did it in the Tosta burger?
Welcome back. I am Mary Beth, and this is Ben, and we are...
You forgot who you were, didn't you?
No, not exactly. We are Florida Homestead with the Andersons. We've been gone for quite a while, probably been about 6 months since we've had a video. Several things have happened, including...
I had bariatric surgery back in October, and I'm down 106 pounds now. That was October the 21st, which completely changed our way that we kind of prepare and the things that we do around the house, the food that Mary Beth makes. It affected our lifestyle quite a bit. Also been doing quite a bit of camping, and one of the later videos that you'll see our little pop-up camper. We've been doing a lot of it, living down in Southwest Florida in Naples. A lot of opportunities to camp around, a lot of beautiful campgrounds, and we try to take advantage of that as much as we can with Harper being able to get out into the woods and in these campgrounds. We had the holidays just like everybody else did. We went up right before Christmas to upstate New York to see Mary Beth's dad, and got to see some snow. I'd never seen that much snow before. Harper built a little snowman out in their front yard. It was a sad snowman, but it was a snowman nonetheless. And really, that's about it. Haven't been keeping up too awful great with the things around here, but
we're getting back to it.
Yeah, since really the hurricane, and we're just now kind of getting back to it.
So, well, because right after the hurricane, then the surgery, and then the holidays, and it just lots of things happened. So we're getting back to it.
Yep. So the diet with the prepping and what we've been doing with the prepping, we still have our chickens, as you'll see. We're getting some fresh vegetables out there, but pretty much that's about all that we eat now is just fresh vegetables, lean meats, trying to really keep a healthy lifestyle, trying to keep under 1,000 calories a day and about 100 grams of protein a day. And we're all kind of on the same diet. Even Emily's on the same diet as what we are. And so it makes it a lot easier, but on Sunday, we're used to Mary Beth making fried chicken and all the fixings.
Do that anymore.
And we just can't do that anymore. So it has been a culture shock for us, a change for us, but it's a change for the better.
Definitely a change in how we prep too.
Yep.
Because whereas before we focused on carb heavy prepping and cans, and so now we have to just stock the freezer with lean meats, and we need to, obviously we still have canned goods, but we've kind of cut any pasta or rice out of our diet, so then that makes it a little difficult making things.
Tell them about the boxes that we get.
Oh, I have been doing HelloFresh and Every Plate. I found several coupon codes, which you can look for those, and they end up being pretty decently priced. I really find that I like Every Plate the best. HelloFresh has been good, but Every Plate seemed to have more variety, and it is cheaper. So we've done that.
Yeah, it actually ends up being, with the codes, it actually ends up being cheaper than what you can go to the store. When you get it, if you're not familiar with it, when you get it, you get a box. And if it's, say, meatloaf and vegetables, you'll get a pound of ground beef, and then you'll get all of your vegetables. You get all your seasonings and everything. And you can either follow their guidelines that they send out with the food, or if you're like Mary Beth, you can make up your own concoctions, and it turn out even better. So it's a nice way to do it. It comes in a box on your front step, and you come in here and take it out, put it in the refrigerator, and we've ordered enough of it now that we've got quite a bit of meat and a whole lot of carrots. I don't know what the world we're going to do with all the carrots, but we got a whole lot of carrots in the refrigerator as well.
Yeah.
So I guess the Easter Bunny's going to eat the carrots.
Yeah. Or the chickens.
But it's really been it's been a pleasure eating those meals and getting those meals in, and it's kind of exciting just to open the box. That's kind of the prepping that we've been doing, along with prepping as much healthy stuff as what we possibly can.
Yeah, canning and freezing. Anytime I make something like a large batch of spaghetti sauce or things like that, I freeze it.
Yeah.
Because we're not eating big portions either. So
And another thing that happened in October is we welcomed a new family member in. Her name is Olive.
Oh, yes, my Susie.
Because you can't be a homesteading family unless you have a Subaru. They are dog tested and dog approved. And we have a dog, and he has tested it and he has approved it. So Olive is nice, tows up to 3,500 pounds, put the pop-up right behind her. Everything works out great. Plenty of room inside of it, four-wheel drive. I really don't know how we got along without a Subaru before. I miss a truck a little bit, but the Subaru is certainly nice to drive and to have. So that's our addition to the family. After Harper is our daughter Olive, I guess.
No, maybe it's the camper.
Yeah, it could be the camper. We haven't named the camper yet.
All the kids, and then the camper. No, then Olive, and then the camper.
Like I said, we've changed some things since the hurricane. And one thing that happened last storm season, especially during the hurricane, is the plot that we had out front that we were growing corn and cucumbers in got up to about 6 inches of water in it. So it wasn't very helpful to the corn or the cucumbers. We did get a few cucumbers out of the patch.
Very few.
But yeah, very few cucumbers out of the patch. But we got rid of it. But when we got rid of that, we kind of expanded our area for the raised beds. You can kind of see that now. It's a 16 by 20. I've got a 50% shade cloth over it, or 75% shade cloth over it. I forget what it is. And then several barrels. Everything is micro mist or micro dripped. And it works out pretty good. Everything's easily watered. Mary Beth can go out there and turn on one spigot and it water everything. And it's really worked out good for us. 36 inches high, so you don't have to stoop over to get to anything. So it turned out very nice.
We did get duped by Rural King with what I thought was broccoli, and it turned out to be cauliflower.
So, whatever.
We'll eat cauliflower.
It's white broccoli or green cauliflower. It's white broccoli. Alongside the edge of the raised beds, you can see I put the fence up for the cucumbers to grow up. The cucumbers aren't doing quite as well as what we wanted them to, but we do have several of them coming in. Also going to plant around the other sides of it, and then around the Connex boxes too, probably put a couple of rows in that. The little square area that we had made for Harper.
Yeah, we were going to put a playhouse, but decided to put that somewhere else. So the square area we tilled up with chicken manure and planted some berries.
And some potatoes.
I got berries, potatoes, onions.
Berries, potatoes? Who's Berry?
Exactly.
Berries, potatoes.
Onions, squash, and cantaloupe, I think, in that plot.
Yeah, a couple of things. We actually do have a couple of things in the front plot too, but they're not doing very well.
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong again, as usual.
We have Seminole pumpkins in the front plot, which if you're from Southwest Florida, Seminole pumpkins will do amazing down here, along with Everglades tomatoes. And you'll see the Everglades tomatoes in the raised beds. We have one. We had an Everglades tomato growing out of a crack in the driveway, so they'll grow with anything. The same way with Seminole pumpkins, they like the sandy, dry soil.
Yep. So we're trying our hand at that. The Seminole pumpkins is kind of cool because they got a shelf life of like 3 years.
I don't know, a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time shelf life, and then they grow like crazy. And then the same way with the tomatoes. Of course, the shelf life isn't that great, but they grow crazy. They're smaller than a cherry tomato. They're probably the size of a marble, but they have lots of flavor, and you get lots and lots of tomatoes off of those.
Yes, you do. And then when you're ready to plant more, you literally just squeeze it into the ground and put a little bit of sand over top.
Yep, then they'll start growing. And then, of course, we've got our girls out back.
Oh, we just lost one.
Yeah, we just lost one of the girls. She didn't fly the coop.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, she actually died. It's a bit sad thing. We had 5. She was the 5th, and so we've got 4 left. I know there was some controversy a couple of months ago that they
I've still seen a bunch of stuff about feed.
that
not
they,
being able to find feed?
Yeah, well, finding the feed, I haven't had any problems finding the feed at either Rural King or Tractor Supply. I haven't seen any decrease in egg production. We still get about 1 egg per chicken per day. Really can't ask for a whole lot more than that. Haven't had a difficulty getting it. We supplement the layer pellets with worms. We give them a couple handfuls of worms a day. And then like today, I carried out scraps. I mean, chickens will eat anything. They got scraps of vegetables. They got scraps of meat. They got scraps of chicken.
Yeah,
So
don't come for me. Chickens will eat anything.
So we try to keep them nourished with the chickens. We try to keep them nourished with the table scraps. Try to keep the chickens nourished with the table scraps. So they're doing wonderfully out there in the back. We are looking to get probably 6 or 8 more. We'd like to get up to a dozen a day, and then we can give some of our friends some of our eggs as well too.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yep. So that's about it. I know it's kind of a new format with both of us being here, and we've actually got the camera up on a tripod like a semi-professional hillbilly hit like me.
Speak for yourself.
Got a laptop that we're sitting here watching ourselves on, and kind of even got a halfway script. So Mary Beth's not super keen on doing it, but she's done it for me, and I appreciate it very much.
I love you.
And well, I love you too.
That's why.
That's why.
Stay tuned.
So we'll be back. We'll have some more videos on this and camping at Honeycomb Hideout, at a little camping channel as well. So watch for both of them. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless.
Thanks.